I believe that people think ideas are hard to come by. A good idea is hard to come by. We hear that often. I think ideas are popping up all over the place all the time. We're just not acting on them because maybe we assume they're too small, they're insignificant.
So I challenged my students with this video, and they actually ended up challenging me. And because of that, I'm actually going to be doing a 30-day vlog challenge where I make a video once every day for the next 30 days. So in 19 days from today, it'll be 1 year since I've posted a video on this channel. And I'm not happy about that. I feel like I've left all 280 of you just kind of hanging, and I'm not okay with that. And challenging my students to be creative has really gotten me thinking about how I have not been creative in almost a year for this channel. And I think I've got 5 reasons of why that happened. And I'm gonna go over those with you today and how you can break through the struggle of being creative and how I'm going to try to get over the slump that I'm in. And I'm gonna post for 30 days straight, and I'm gonna have a new video every single day for you guys. In this video, we're gonna go over 5 ways to break through a creative slump and how I plan on breaking through that myself. So one of the things that I struggle with whenever I'm trying to be creative is I will just be sitting there not doing anything, just locked, like this like ADHD paralysis type thing where I'm just like stuck and I'm hyper focused on everything that I have to do, and it's overwhelming and I just don't do anything. So one thing that I found that gets me out of that momentum of just locked, like just shut down pretty much, like the way I get out of that is I go and do something completely opposite of what I'm doing. So if you have like something that you use for your brain, like do something with your hands. So if you use your brain all the time with your work, do something with your hands. If you're somebody that's hands-on and like trying to fix things and like build things and do things, do something with your brain. So switch what you do for 30 minutes, set you a timer, lock it in so you know that you don't do anything else during that time, and then you can be able to get back in that creative process because your brain has an actual rest or your hands have an actual rest. Whichever one you do, flip it, 30 minutes. Usually gets me back on track. So speaking of that, I got this shelf I gotta build, and I'm gonna build that, and then we're gonna go on to the other points. That wasn't too bad, only took us like 20 minutes. So this is the final product here. Have my big helper here, Raina Do, helping out, putting these shelves on for me. So yeah, this is it. All right, now I'm gotta move it into my closet.
The next step is clean up your area.
Yeah, so the next thing is definitely have a clean, oh, that's really close to my face. So like Ray just said, the next step is clean up your area. It's so much easier to do a lot of work whenever you're not worried about other things like cleaning and doing all of these little minor details that'll make you lose focus. So if you already have a clean area that you're working in, that you normally have a space where you work, make sure that area is clean because it's going to help you out a lot. I just read a book called 2 Second Lean. It was a really creative book on how to better manage your time. And the first thing he does every day at his company is he starts out with a 10-minute clean where everybody cleans up their area before they start working so that they can start fresh and new and it not be like a disaster and then you are worried about cleaning and it gets too cluttered and something happens and you lose track and you have to stop producing whenever you stop to clean up your area. So definitely have a clean area whenever you are working. And the next tip I'm going to give you is change up your surroundings. A lot of people have to go to a different area, different thing, change things up. Some people go on walks, some people do different things just to change up their surroundings, which lets them free up and not focus so much on the work at hand, but allows you to take a deep breath and just restart yourself, really. It's just like restarting yourself, getting somewhere new. A lot of people, even if you have this in your budget, like some people go and get a hotel room or an Airbnb to be able to do different work, and they feel like they can get more work done in a different surrounding because they know what's around them at their own house, so they often go somewhere where they can change it completely up. One of the most popular stories about this is Stephen King actually went to a hotel and he actually wrote an entire novel series and movie series, which came after the novel, of course, called The Shining, as he was staying in a hotel. Came up with the main idea and the principles of everything from staying in this hotel, and that's how those ideas got started. And that definitely gave him an option to come up with a really great story that he turned into books and movies and different things that made him a lot of money. So, change up your surroundings, go somewhere different, get a different feel for things. If you work in a certain place of your house, work in a different place one day. Just change it up. If it's not working where you're at, just change up the way you're looking at, what you're doing, or just take a break, go for a walk, get out of the surroundings you're in, and then get back in there and get back to it. Check out my camera collection. Got some old projectors, got some old cameras. Okay. Yep, love these old cameras. This is probably one of my favorite. I took a really cool photo of that, so it's on the screen right now. This is probably my mascot. Like, I love this camera. I don't know why. I just use that for a lot of my cover photos for my business and stuff like that. But yeah, I collect old cameras. Next tip I have for you is give yourself a time limit. So what you're going to do is you're going to tell your brain, because your brain's the problem, that, hey, I'm just going to work on this for 10 minutes and I'm going to jot down some notes. You give yourself a 10-minute timer so your brain knows, okay, there's relief coming in 10 minutes. All I have to do is just get this done in 10 minutes. And once you start, it's probably going to be pretty easy for your brain to get going. A lot of times your brain just doesn't want to start a new project because it knows that it's going to take a lot of work and it's making you hold up. So I don't think it's creative block. I think it's just mentally you don't want to do it. And that's okay. So you just got to trick yourself into starting. And once you start, I think things start flowing and then you start being able to edit better. You can start writing better. You can start doing all these things that are just making you creative. You can start focusing more on what you want to do. And that will give you a relief from your brain. And your brain can just shut off all this negativity and actually just get to work. And that's the end goal, is we want to get to work so we can actually keep being creative. I just broke the trap button. And the last note here is surround yourself with people who are also creative. If you're around creative people, that will rub off on you. I'm like, my closest friends, they are musicians, they're sound guys, they're all these different people. I've never played an instrument in my life, and because I hang out with these people, everybody thinks I'm in the band, and they think I play instruments. And I've never played an instrument in my life. And it's because they're creative, and I can feed off their energy. They write music, they write songs, they do all this creative stuff. I've got people who are writers, I've got people who are video editors, photographers, videographers. All these people are just so creative, and they come up with so much awesome stuff and content, and it rubs off on me, and it makes me want to be more creative because they are awesome. There is a fine line, though, between this. If you're going to hang out with these people, celebrate their wins. Don't fall into this, like, I'm jealous because they're actually making it or they're actually doing something and I can't be creative. If you fall into that trap, you will never be creative. Like, it'll kill and drain your creativity and you'll want to quit what you're doing. But if you sit there and you celebrate how they're doing, they're going to celebrate you when you win. So celebrate your friends and get yourself some creative friends and always be around these people because they're going to rub off on you and that's going to build you up. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would, hit that like button. Sorry it's been almost a year since I've talked to you guys. Hit that like button. I'm back. I'm going to be making tons of videos. I'm excited about these next 30 days. Or 29 days now. Because it's like midnight. So if you would, just hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want to join me on this journey. We're about to be making a lot of videos. It's going to be awesome. Tomorrow, I've got some information to tell you guys about. I'm super pumped about tomorrow's video. Already got it lined up. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you know whenever I post another video, which will be tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all next time.